Okay, so I kind of want to talk about cellular technology and sexual nature and trusting your cellmates. The way I look at it is like our cellmates are like the plants, the trees. It's like the little things that we tend to disregard sometimes. And I think that the powerful animal instincts of trusting those operating systems, because they're actually inside of our operating systems. And something that I deal with is like I enjoy the duality of being feminine and both masculine. I think of myself as so many things, but I suppose like sort of in a feminine, like a dandy. And the one thing I struggle with is the fact that I would like to be topless, and although I don't have very big boobs, I do have them, and it's like I can't really completely express myself by taking my shirt off because I could get arrested. And to me, that seems completely unfair. So Spirit, my mom, she's like, whatever you want, your cellmates can make happen. She said, but the most important thing is to trust your cellmates. And she has been teaching me how to fast in a way that is totally natural and it fills you with energy. And she said you have to trust the elements and you have to be sparingly with a lot of other things. So she told me to just choose like simple things that I find really sexual. One of them is coffee. The other one is cigarettes. Something about having something in your mouth, right? So she's like, okay, that's cool. So you have to like let your cellmates know that. So she's like, that's why you have to check in with your Akashic records. So it's like, all of nature. And let them know what you're doing so that they can help produce whatever chemicals that you need inside of your body to make that happen. So it's like, what I envision is that by only eating the things that you really like and like the bare minimum things that you like, and stick with that same solution all the time, and like trust that if you feel like you need something to eat, she's like, just change the temperature, warm your body up, cool your body down. She's like, try not to rely on food to do it, try to rely on temperature to do it. She said that's the reason why the seasons are here, to help people build the bodies that they actually want. And she's like, you don't even have to actually work out if you don't want to. She's like, try to do something difficult and try not to use any muscles, and just trust that your own cellmates, your own cells, know what you want and it will produce it. So I've been doing this now for it's been taking me about a month, I'd say. About a month. But I'm really getting, more into it now that I understand how the process goes. And it's like, whenever I want something, I ask her about it, and she's like, a sip. Have a sip of coffee, a sip. If you want to smoke, ask me. And she's like, just take it slow. Take it slow. And it's like, she said I was exhausting my resources, and it's like she told me to wear less and less, even though it's cold outside. Wear less and less, because that shows that you trust these elements, you trust your own Akashic records and your cellmates, and they like so cool. I like watch the trees. They like make a gust of wind, and then like I exhaust, like I shiver, but my heart will shiver sometimes. It like literally, like I can feel my heart shiver. And she's like, good, good. And it's like I can feel, like I picture that coming out of my system. And then I literally can see my immediate trees right here, and then they shiver, like their leaves and their branches and everything. And I'm like, what? It's like we're totally communicating with each other. And I'm seeing like a complete difference in my mood. I'm seeing a complete difference in my system, like the way my actual system works. And I'm actually seeing like a difference in my physique, like dramatic. And it's only been a month, and it was hard in the beginning because it's like you're so used to doing what you're doing. But there's something about sexual nature and being curious and being super excited about stuff that, like, it makes it easier to not want other things. And so now it's like it's like just the fact of being excited over something changes the whole game. And now I need less and less, and I have more and more energy, and I'm producing the physique that it is I would really like, which is sort of like an effeminate male structure or something, like soft and gentle, but still, like, strong if I had to be, you know what I mean? It's really interesting. And it's like energy conservation and energy distribution, because I use it so much less, because I just trust the atmosphere will adjust to whatever it is that I need. And it has definitely shown that it's a lot brighter and warmer outside today than it was yesterday. And it was like because I'm wearing less clothes. So it makes me wonder about seasons, you know what I mean? Like maybe Adam and Eve were bare at first because they were totally naked and cool with it. And then maybe something happened in there where they felt like a disconnect. And so then they ended up covering up. And then maybe that's why the seasons change, I know it's a simple story, but I'm like living the same simple story right now because I'm seeing an immediate change in my reality. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. It's kind of like whatever physique that you really, really want, whatever it is that you can picture in your mind that makes you super happy and makes you feel like the self that you really are. It's like, okay, well, like it's like talking to yourself about how to do it, and then realizing that if you just exhaust your own resources without even having to push your body in any other way, you're just like moving all of the extra stuff that's in your system. You're like literally moving that out of your system so that you can be a perfect specimen of whatever it is, the body type that you truly want. But it's like having, you have to be outside in nature, because those are the elements. Those are your cellmates that are going to actually give to you, and you're giving back to them. You shiver just like a tree shivers in the wind. And, it's the same system. It's all about trusting it and being super positive, even though it might be really hard in the beginning, because it's, it really wasn't easy in the beginning because I'm so used to something else. And this is only one route. I mean, working out is awesome. I'm not saying like don't work out. I'm saying I've always worked out. So I was like, I wonder if there's another way to do it, that could be like super simple. And definitely less stress, more positivity, and trusting what you feel like intuitively, and knowing that that's going to happen literally makes changes quicker than I could even imagine. So I just thought I would share that quick note right now. So I just had a sip of coffee and I got all excited about it. So yeah, and who doesn't like to hear about sex and sexuality and being comfortable with that and not having to do a whole lot and trusting nature. Nature's awesome. Yeah, okay. So that's all I had to share. Thank you for watching.